Hi, I'm Pastor Judy, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. We have a wonderful show for you. We're going to be doing flautas, and we're going to do grilled asparagus wrapped in ham. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds delicious.
Oh, she's already give a heads up on this. We have Jessica on with us today. Let the people know what you do. You are here at the Camelot, and you...
Yes, I'm the enrichment coordinator here at the Camelot, and I handle all activities.
Okay.
That goes on here.
Okay, and they have a lot of activities. As we go along, we'll talk about what it is that she does, all the things that if you would decide to come into the Camelot, you'd be able to know the activities that she would have prepared for you. So let's get started.
Okay.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to do some flautas, and we are going to roll these up. I'm going to give them to you, and you can start. I'll do one, and then we'll roll them together.
Okay.
We can roll together. All righty. Right there, that'll give us a start. Now, what I'm going to do with the flautas, I use the roast beef. Now, I'm a stickler for sales, and I really try to have the people find the best things that they can, something you can stock your pantry with. So often you want to do something and you haven't made a roast.
Yeah.
And so this would be something you can keep right in your pantry. This was $2.50. Now you can't buy a roast and bake it and all of that for $2.50. So what I do is I'm going to take this, we'll open it up, and we're going to use that in order to fill our flautas. I bet you're a flauta lover.
I love them.
Oh, I hope I'm doing them right. I probably should have had her do the whole thing. But let's go ahead and we're gonna, now this has the juice, but we're gonna take this out and we're going to just pull the beef apart and put them in our flour tortillas. Okay, and here's that muscle. All righty. So let's just go ahead, and I'm going to use your bowl here to put the juice in. Don't hurt anything. All that good juice. Could make gravy out of this. I think we're going to have both of them. Let me see how much is in here. Nope, we're going to have both of them. So we'll just go. Let me go ahead and give you this, and you can open that. Okay. Let me give you the scripture for today. And let me get me something to wipe my hands. Get this straight yet. Okay. Always have to have a wiping situation. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the juice in there. And we'll get this going and get it into the oil. But this is just all pre-cooked. It's tender. It's everything you would want it to be in order for you to cook a roast and have it. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in one, and then I'll just set that out of the way. Okay. These are going to make some nice ones. Let me give you my scripture for today. The scripture is in Proverbs 3:27. It says, "Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do it." You need to remember in your life what happens if you can do good to somebody and you have it in your hand, the power to do it. We should be kind to one another. We should go out of our way in order to make something as easy for someone as we possibly can. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull this baby off because we don't want to be, well, maybe we'll just do it down. I just don't want to cut myself. So, all righty. Let me do one, and then we'll just set it right up there. So we're going to go ahead, clean hands, remember, it's just clean hands. I'll do one and get it started. Now we don't want to overfill them, but we want them nice because we're going to cut them in half when we get done.
Okay.
All right. So the activities that they do here, they really keep everybody busy, don't they?
Yes, we try to keep an active lifestyle here at the Camelot. We want every resident that moves in to be active, not just sit there and, stay in your apartment. We have more than one activity. We have card games. We also have exercising. One of the popular games we have here is the beanbag baseball.
Oh my goodness, you can hear them cheering and carrying
yelling
on. They make a fool out of themselves, don't they? Yeah.
Well, I'm guilty of that too, because I'm up there yelling with them too.
Oh yeah, they line up out there. Now I'm going to show you how I did this. just bring this, and we're going to kind of crumble it.
Okay.
So it's not a big bite of meat. Kind of bring it out, and then we're going to roll it to like this. I'm sure you already know, but then we're going to make these the whole thing in itself.
Okay.
Alrighty, now they're tucked in. See how they're tucked in? That way your meat's not going to fall out. And so let's just go ahead. I'll give you one to do.
Sure.
We'll set this over here so we can all get to it. Yeah, the activities that they do here, they really try to keep everybody interested.
We do. And you know, I'm open to any suggestions. I always make announcements. As if anybody has any ideas, whether it's a new card game or a new baseball game or just anything in general, we're always open for new ideas to make that every resident as happy as can be.
Right. And it really does make a difference. The people start feeling like they're involved. We tell people to come on home, and that's exactly what it is. And the more you have for the people to do, I always laugh. I hear the people say that they live in a little cocoon. And we don't care what's going on out there. You know, what's going on in here is what makes the difference.
Yes.
So that's a good one.
Okay?
Oh, pro, she is a pro. You go right on ahead because I'm going to go ahead and start this.
Okay, I'll grab some more tortillas.
Oh, here's some more tortillas.
Thank you.
And so I know that they have a bus that they go different places.
Sure.
Shopping, the bank, they go to the movies.
Yes.
I remember hearing some of the ladies say that they all got together and went to the movies.
Yeah, our bus, we have a bus driver. His name is Ralph. He takes them to the mall to go shopping, to other restaurants. We have I believe we're going to Sterenstein, somewhere here in town.
Oh boy, that's a good one, yes.
So, so again, you know, I pretty much leave it up to the residents as far as where they want to go, and they pretty much let me have their ideas, and then I kind of fit that into all of our schedules.
Good, good. Yeah, it's now holidays. Now you can see I have this oil, and it's about a quarter of the way up. They don't need to be submerged in the oil. You just need to make sure that the bottom part of it has got enough in it to be covered. I wanted this to be good and hot. I'm not going to put another one in until I know that this one is cooking, because as I put these in, it's going to cool down anyway. I want you to go to our webpage. If you'd like to keep up with what we do, the recipes and everything that we do, just feel free to do that. It's almv.us, and you can see all of this, the meals that we do. If you have something that you would like for us to try, I'd be more than happy to do it for you. So as these are cooking, then we're going to go ahead and just finish these up, and we get enough to at least have a taste of them anyway.
Really good.
We stand in line to eat, you know. It's look like it's doing good now. It's a bubbling up, and just go ahead and fill another one there. And we try to have recipes for you that would be for your family, that you know that you could make very reasonable. I had one lady write me, and she said, you know, so many of the things that you do, you make it where we could do it for someone that's just one or two people. You could keep this can of meat in your pantry, a package of tortillas, and you could make you up a couple of flautas. Well, I could eat more than a couple of
me
flautas.
too.
So you'd have to make more than a couple of flautas. And but anyway, so these are going to be really good. When they get browned and we turn them over, it's really going to be wonderful. And Jessica, when you were growing up, did you ever think you'd be an activities director? Or?
No, but I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I enjoy seeing the smiles on every resident here at the Camelot. It brings a smile to my face.
Yes, and the people know if you really like it. I always tell people, if you don't like working with people, then you need to be an anesthesiologist. Yeah, just work with people that are asleep. Because if they're awake, there you are. You're going to have all different attitudes,
exactly.
all different kinds of people. It's a little world here. And once you come in and you fit into that, you find really your niche, don't you? Mm-hmm. There's people who come in that are very quiet, very shy, very timid. Other people are very boisterous, very loud. Some of them like to do all the activities,
yes.
And others, they don't want to do anything, but they like to watch.
Yes.
And so that makes a difference. Now they also have an exercise class. Tell them about the exercise class, because that's very important.
Yes. It's not as active. It's not so much moving. It's a light exercise class. A lot of them get intimidated because they think you have to pretty much do jumping jacks, or it's a sitting down exercise. We have the stretch bands, and everybody enjoys it that comes. I have to kind of force a couple of residents every now and then, but once they get up there, they love it. They're there all the time. We have it pretty much every other day. So it's a really good exercise to do.
If you're sitting down in the lobby, you know when they're doing the exercises.
You can hear it pounding, yeah.
Yeah, they're pounding up and down, and we always laugh and say, oh, these are falling apart on me. But this is not going to hurt a thing. Let me turn this back over. Get this a little more done, then we'll turn it. Okay. Well, anyway, as the Camelot has been here for many, many years,
yes.
And so I think they pretty well have it down to a science. They kind of know what works, what doesn't work, and it's kind of like cooking. You know as you cook that you know what works and you know what doesn't work. Do you like to cook?
I do.
Do you?
Yes.
And now you have a family.
I do.
In fact, you have a little short person.
Yes, I have a 9-month-old baby.
Yes, and listen to his name. Herman. Is that wonderful? I mean, he looks like a little Herman. He really does. And I can remember the first time I met you, it was at your baby shower.
Yes.
Yes, and so it's wonderful. The people all step in. They all help each other. The workers are wonderful here, and they have a wonderful personality. And we are glad that we're here to do the show. They've been very gracious to us, opened up the Camelot in order for us to come here and film. And we just really want to give them as much recognition as we possibly can. So, well, as you can see, wake up. Oh, did it get you? Oh, okay. Hot oil and broth. But look at these. Aren't these wonderful? They're going to be wonderful, and we're going to do some guacamole to go along with this. And it's going to be something that is going to be tantalizing. We may have to fight for these, before it's over. I want to give you my scripture again today. It's in Proverbs 3:27. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in your power of your hand to do it. And that's in Proverbs 3:27. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to keep these turning, making sure they're good and crispy. If there's anything about a flauta, they must be crispy.
Yes.
I always tell people when I go to a restaurant, when you're making me something that should have a crispy, I want it crispy.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to go ahead and keep these crisping up and doing fine. And Jessica and I will be back in just a few seconds, a minute or so, and we will see you then.
The Camelot, a magnificent place locals describe as a castle. Located in the beautiful San Jacinto Valley, holiday retirement. Experience living like royalty as a resident at the Camelot with independent retirement living. Enrich your life with a warm, inviting sense of community and nothing to worry about but deciding among a full calendar of social activities, outings, and special events to participate in. Or you just might want to sit back and join in on a weekly fireside chat with friends and staff. Enjoy delicious and nutritious food as a chef prepares 3 meals a day for you. Whether you want a studio, 1 or 2 bedroom suite, they all come with a kitchenette and a refrigerator. Individually controlled heating and air conditioning with each suite, along with weekly housekeeping and linen services. As you experience the beautiful interior with 6 atriums throughout the building, come and enjoy the unique grounds of the Camelot. Independent retirement living and pet-friendly, one of over 300 holiday retirement communities across North America. If you are that independent retiree and ready to simplify your life, we invite you to discover all that holiday retirement has to offer at the Camelot.
Welcome back. We missed you while you were gone, but we've been here getting some other stuff ready for you. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to be making guacamole that's going to go with the Flatus, but instead of starting that now, we're going to do ham wrapped asparagus.
Sounds good.
Love asparagus. You know, we had a garden. Let's go ahead and we'll start this, cut this off, and we will get that all. I have a bowl over here.
Okay.
Just throw these away. Now you can cook these if you want. Now they're not good to eat. You can take a potato peeler and just peel this off.
That's right.
And it takes off this woody, and this is still good. You could take them and chop them up fine, stretch it, and put it in an omelet. Put it in fried potatoes. Really, lots of ways. Again, we're going to be finger food, so we need to eat the whole thing. But remember, this is something you can use with this. Let's go ahead then, and we'll get that off. And I want to let you know too that this is the meat that we used for the flautas. This is a pre-cooked. It's tender as it can be. And you were telling me that you use this in
Tacos.
In tacos. See, I never thought about that. In fact, the flavor of this is wonderful.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's all seasoned. Everything is ready to go in it.
Just warm it up.
Warm it up. And you can get any brand. It doesn't matter, you know, what brand. I think they're pretty much all the same. So, alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some butter. If you want to go ahead and start wrapping those.
The whole
let's do one and see if we need to cut it in half or if we want to use the whole thing. I'm thinking we might be able to use the
whole?
I think so. What's bad about a lot of ham? Not a thing, is there? And we're going to just lay it right there with the seam down. There you go. All righty. But I'm going to butter this. Fire alarm goes off. Okay. So you were talking before we closed that they do different activities, and and we were talking about the pool.
Yes, we also have pool aerobics, and that's not that hard. You don't really have to do much. You just go in there and lift a leg or two.
Yeah.
It's really easy. I do try to encourage a lot of residents to go out. We do have a couple that maybe can't walk as good as others, you know, and they feel intimidated by any activities that we have. So, you know, I go and do welcoming to all of our new residents, and when I get to know them and see, you know, that even if they're shy, I try to, you know, hold their hand and walk them through everything, and just let them know, you know, that there's others, it's not just them. And that's what kind of has them stay in their apartment, because they think they're the only ones that are, you know, might not be able to be as active.
That's right.
Yes.
And you know, it's just our nature to be intimidated by something that we're not familiar with. And you have to remember the people that are here, they're coming in, you know, we're going to be running out of ham. I'm just going to go ahead and start putting these. Go ahead. We're all right, because I'm just going to.
Do you want me to cut it in half, maybe?
No, because I think we do need the whole piece. But this is enough to show them that this is what we're doing. But you know, people have come from their homes. You remember they're underneath a lot of stress.
They are.
They may be giving up their homes. It could be something that they've never lived away from their own home before. And so there's a lot of adjustment that a person needs, you know, to do. But I don't know of anybody here that does not bend over backwards in order for someone to feel at home and to be able to feel like that they're needed and wanted.
We have a really good team, a really good staff here.
Yeah.
From, you know, the kitchen to housekeeping, everybody pitches in and tries to make, you know, each and every one feel special and feel at home.
Amen. That's right. Well, let me remind you to go to our webpage, almv.us. These shows will be airing, and that way you can see this little sweet face, and she can remind you of the different things that are going on. And we are just glad that the Camelot has again given us the opportunity to be able to come here and be with you. We thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy it. We have the flautas. Remember, these are the beef flautas that I was showing you. And this is a ham. Now, you can use prosciutto.
Yes.
Which is wonderful. I looked all over for prosciutto, couldn't find it.
No?
No, I think there must have been a run on it. And when I got there, everything was gone. but the ham is going to be good as well. You can wrap bacon around this as well. So just let your imagination kind of run away with you, because the sky is the limit, really. And I tell people, don't just go by a recipe all the time. Think about what your family would like. You know what your family would eat and what they wouldn't eat. But I'll tell you, you can put a sauce, or you can do ranch dressing. Kids will eat this, dipping it in ranch dressing that they wouldn't normally do otherwise. So be creative. So we're going to go ahead. Now remember, I've told you, you don't have to get this spray butter. It is a marvelous invention, just so you know that. And I've used this, I can't even tell you how long. It goes a long, long way. So even the investment that you put in it, it's worth it. And you know what? It's always as ready to go. You don't have to wait.
It is. You don't have to take it out earlier.
No, you don't have to give it a second thought. It's ready to go. So let me turn this back up, because as these things are cooking, it's cooling down my grill. So let's turn these over. Look at that little baby.
That looks good.
I think we might have done it. But I want them to get nice and brown. Okay, now why don't I have you go ahead and let's start getting the guacamole ready. And that's going to be for our flautas. And while these are cooking, well, I know the different things that people get involved in. It always is a time where they have to acclimate themselves. They have to acclimate themselves. But I've never seen anybody not get acclimated. They really do get acclimated. So I just want to encourage you that if there's ever a change in your life, or you see that you want to make something different, I love the situation here because you actually live in a whole community. You don't really have to go outside if you don't want to. If you want to, beautiful grounds, different walking paths. They have a very nice orchard.
We do.
And there's a walking path all the way around it. And the ladies are out there all the time, and the gentlemen are out there all the time. There's one couple here. They've been married 70 years.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
And a husband and wife, and they are cute as a bug in a rug. I'm telling you, they just hold each other's hand, and they do stuff I couldn't do. I mean, they must go around 5 times around this orchard. And I'm sitting on the couch looking out at it. You know, I'm like going, boy, that's good.
Good for you.
Good for you. I'm so glad you're doing that. So, but let's get that guacamole in there so we can get that ready. And I'll tell you, I think we've got a plan going here. I'm going to put just a little butter on the top because I don't want my ham to dry out. And this is what makes it nice. It's just a little spritz. Because see, if you were putting lots and lots of butter here, this would be just soupy in butter, and it's not. It is not. It is just easy, ready to go to be eaten. Pick it right up, and this can be a finger food. You have somebody over, and you want to just put some things out on the counter for people to just pick up and eat. This is a perfect way to do it. Okay, so how are we doing?
We're good.
Are those avocados minding you?
They are.
Okay. Because I like chunky.
Do you? Okay, I'm making them too small then.
No. Just like that is
Okay.
fine. No, you're perfect. You're perfect. Oh, we got a runaway fly.
We also have some entertainment here. We try to, as a welcoming for all of our new residents, we always have an entertainer that does singing and dancing. And some of the residents just love that, you know.
Yes.
I know this one gentleman, he's a new one. He every day, when are we going to have some dancing and singing? and
he's quite the ladies' man.
He is.
Quite the ladies' man, he is. Yes.
Yeah, so,
but you know, the ladies love it, don't they?
They do.
You
They
can
love
just-
the attention.
You can see they just beam, and they smile and light up, and he's quite the fixture is what he is. So.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and make sure we get that guacamole ready. We're just about ready here.
Do you want me to add this seasoning to it?
Yeah, let me do that. I'm the pro with
That's
the garlic.
fine.
Remember, garlic salt. Yeah. There's no
I have it at my house.
Oh, there's no light.
I have this and seasoned
Oh,
salt.
there you go. There's
Those are my two go-to
Oh.
ingredients.
Smash it a little.
Smash 'em?
Yeah, just a little, because
Okay.
I don't know that they're going to be soft enough to.
They're pretty soft.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Well, what do you think these look like?
Those look delicious.
Look like a plan.
You know, my daughter, she loves eating vegetables.
Ah.
And yeah, I'm so glad because, you know, you always want to get your children to have that extra
Mm-hmm.
vegetable in during the day. And yeah.
Well, you know, we used to grow our own asparagus. And, runaway fly. Fly patrol, get over here quick. Not really. We have someone eager to take care of that fly. But anyway, we used to go out to the garden and you could stand and watch the asparagus grow.
Really?
Yes. It'll grow in one day. It'll grow from just a little sprout coming up out of the ground. By the end of the day, they're this tall.
Oh, wow.
It is wonderful. And you just take them and cut them off, and there you go. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of sour cream in that. Just a touch.
You want another?
No, we're here. Just enough to give it a little creaminess. Yeah, I think that'll be enough. We can check it out.
Okay.
Let me get a plate to put these on. Can't wait till lunch. Okay, so have we get these all done? She's getting the guacamole all done. I encourage you to do this for your family because I know that they're going to love it. I'll put these this way. Just go ahead and set that right out there next to the Flatus. And I think we've got it made in this shade. All right. And I'll tell you, you don't want to cook asparagus to death. You want it to be a little bit on the crispy side. So we'll put this here. We're going to put this here. Turn off our fire. And I think we've done it. What do you think?
Looks really good.
Okay, well listen, we encourage you. We're so glad that you were with us today. And I know Jessica has really enjoyed telling you all about the functions here. She loves her job, and I tell you, it's a joy to come to work every day, isn't it?
It really is.
Yes.
It really is.
So we're just going to leave you right now. We thank you for joining us. I'm going to leave you with our scripture. Behold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do it. That's Proverbs 3:27. And remember, I always look for you, so I'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining Pastor Judy Stent. If you'd like to drop her a line, send it to Food for Body and Soul, P.O. Box 5310, Hemet, California 92544. Don't forget to visit our website, almv.us or AbundantLifeMinistriesOfTheValley.com.